Hello, everyone. So these are the two biggest questions that I got in my email box when it comes to the quiz. And one of the questions, I didn't realize how bad of a question it really is. And that's this first one right here. So what I ended up doing is I just removed it from the quiz. I gave everybody, I rescored everybody's quiz. So make sure you check out your new scores because they went up dramatically because everybody basically missed this question. And you missed it because it's a poorly written question. All right, so here's what it is. This is the one that says, we're going to create a stem and leaf plot of these lakes. We want to use the stem. I don't know why my marker's not working all of a sudden. There we go. Okay, the marker's working again. Okay. So in the directions, they said make the stem the 100 position. All right, make the leaf the 10 position. All right, with no rounding. Okay? So the directions are really straightforward. All right? But to input the answer, I didn't even, when I was picking this question, I just scanned it real fast. And now that I see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so bad because notice, and I'm going to highlight for us here. For the stem, they have a 0 and a 0, and then a 1 and a 1, and then a 2 and a 2, and a 3 and a 3, and a 4 and a 4. So when I started getting questions about this, I looked at this, and I went, oh, well, initially maybe the students just didn't understand the directions. But then I had a couple say, no, I understood the directions. What I don't understand are why are there 2 entries for 0 and 2 entries for 1 and so forth. So then I looked at this and I went, yeah, why is that? And here is what WebAssign wanted you to do, and they never even told you that this is what they wanted. And this is why I got rid of this question and just gave everybody rescores, and everybody's scores went up dramatically. For the first entry here, the leaves that they want are between 0 and 4. Then for the second entry, 5 through 9. And that is going to follow the trend all the way down. So if you look on the right-hand side, I just used Excel over here. And what I did is I just typed in all the numbers and just organized them. Okay? So for the first box, notice that between all the leaves between 0 and 4, there are none. So you would write none. However, let me write the zeros here out front so you know exactly what I'm talking about. However, for the second box, you would put 6, 7, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 9s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9s. And that's the first 2 boxes. Then for the 1, you would have a 0, 0, a 1, 1, 2, 2 2s, 1, 2 3s, and 1, 2, 3, 4 4s. So let me just get rid of this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? And I'll just finish this real fast. For the second box, it would be a 5, 7, 1, 2 9s. 5, 7, and 2 9s. And hopefully by me doing a couple of these, you see what's happening here. All right. I do not agree at all with how this question is presented. So, like I said, just removed it from the quiz, rescored everybody's scores. Everybody's scores went up a lot. Okay. The second question that I got a lot of questions about was the laptop versus no laptop. And more importantly, this dealt with skewness. Okay. Now, you got to be careful when you're talking about skewness. All right. The easiest way visually for me to describe what skewness is just look at your feet. All right. So if you look at your left foot, and please do not make fun of my artistic ability, but if you look at your left foot, basically it comes like this. And then if you're looking straight down, you got like one big toe and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little toes. So that's kind of like what your foot kind of looks like. Like I said, I'm not an artist. Went to school for math, not for art. All right. However, this is skew left. So your left foot makes a skew left graph. Same thing applies to your right foot. So if this is your foot, you got like your big toe and then 1, 2, 3, 4 little toes. They come out a little bit, but this is skew right. Okay? And that's an easy way for you just to kind of decipher, okay, what's skew left, what's skew right? How do I remember that real quickly? Now, your book also goes into a definition, okay? And the definition basically says, and I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to look it up, and then we'll come back and look at it together. All right, I am back, and here is the definition in your book. So if we go down to the, it doesn't matter, skew right or skew left. I'm going to read the skew left one. A distribution is skewed to the left if a greater proportion of the measurements lie to the left of the peak value. Distributions that are skew left contain a few unusually small measurements, okay? So when they're talking about proportion, what they're talking about are the amount of bars to the left. So this laptop's is skewed to the left. So if you look at it, it goes down and it goes like this. Now, I would argue, or if you wanted to argue with me and say, well, Professor Fluid, I think that's slightly skew left. Well, I think you have an amazing argument there. All right? I really do. However, slightly skewed left is not an option. All right? So you got to pick the best option. And obviously with the no laptops, I mean, this you could definitely see is more skewed left. It has more of a skewness to it. All right? But you got to remember, when it says proportion, they're talking about the number of bars. So there were 3 bars to the left of this peak, and then there are only 2 bars to the right of that peak. So there's more to the left. All right. Same thing with no laptops. You have, if we look at these 2 as our peak, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 bars to the left and only 1 to the right. So it's the proportion. It's shifting that way. All right. So I hope these 2 questions made sense. Going back up to this one, this is just a bad question, all right? So hopefully you can forgive me. That's about it. Enjoy your night. I know you got an exam coming up, so make sure you prepare for that. And just like the quiz, I'm going to go through, I'm going to look and make sure there's no typos or anything like that. That way you can get the actual score that you should have gotten, okay? So enjoy. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.